Salutations and welcome to another video overview of the British forces in Company of Heroes 2. Today we will be looking at the structures the British have and they can build, and the purposes and upgrades these structures could have. Let's start with the HQ. The HQ has 3 global upgrades. The Mills Grenade for 150 manpower and 15 fuel, the Weapon Racks for 150 manpower and 15 fuel, and the Bolster Infantry Squad's upgrade for 100 manpower and 25 fuel. These upgrades have been explained in the previous video, so I won't be repeating myself here. Next, in the base structures we have the Platoon Command Post, costing 280 manpower and 35 fuel to erect. The global upgrades here are 2 requisitions, both equal in cost, 50 manpower and 10 fuel. You can either requisition an armored car or the Bofors emplacement. Do note that choosing one of these will exclude the other, so choose wisely. The armored car is good for early engagements, while the Bofors serves well to lock down a location. The third and last of base building is the Company Command Post, which costs 360 manpower and 115 fuel to set up. The global upgrades are the Anvil and Hammer tech trees, each bolstering the British Army in the defensive or offensive way of playing the game. This will be covered more detail in the next video. Base buildings covered, now on to defensive emplacement, fortifications and other buildings that can be constructed by infantry. The infantry section can build 4 structures: sandbags, trenches, fuel and munitions caches. The sandbags are self-explanatory. They give heavy cover for infantry that stand near them. Trenches can be built anywhere on the map regardless of territory ownership. The trench can hold 1 infantry squad and is good for holding positions. If the squad is properly equipped, they can even take out vehicles and light tanks with no problem. Fuel and munition caches are self-explanatory. They cost 200 manpower and secure captured territories to increase your fuel or munitions income. The Royal Engineers can construct a variety of defensive emplacements and other ordnance to hold the line. The modified M6 mine costs 30 munitions and is good against vehicles and infantry, good for making the enemy advance harder. Razor wire can be used to deny movement or usage of cover. Just place it on the side of a wall you know the enemy will use to deny them cover. The forward assembly costs 250 manpower and serves as a weapon rack on the front, and as a retreat point if you upgrade it for 300 manpower. It can also designate targets for your base artillery for 45 munitions with artillery flares in a radius around itself. It can also reinforce nearby infantry. The 3-inch mortar emplacement costs 400 manpower and comes with 2 mortars surrounded with sandbags. The mortars have a rather long range and is good in both defense and offense if you can bombard the enemy. The QF 17-pounder AT gun emplacement costs 400 manpower and 75 fuel and serves what it says in the name, stationary emplacement built to destroy armor. It can shoot flares to see further for 40 munitions within a radius around itself. The Bofors QF 40mm emplacement costs 280 manpower and 30 fuel to construct it. It is a solid defensive emplacement capable of taking out infantry, vehicles, light tanks and even medium tanks if it attacks the flank or rear armor. It is a must if you're going to play defensively, as it provides you with the defense that protects your AT guns and mortars from infantry and fast-moving vehicles. Before wrapping up, it is important to know that all of these emplacements can be garrisoned with infantry to grant them bonuses. For the mortar, it increases its rate of fire. Bofors can suppress infantry by using the ability, and the AT emplacement gets an increase in rate of fire, rotation speed, and can use the flares I mentioned before. All emplacements can also use the brace structure ability, which will disable the use of the weapons but will reduce incoming damage. This is very useful when the enemy barrages you with artillery and you want to ensure your emplacements have more health after the barrage. This covers the buildings of the British forces. Stay tuned for the tech tree and the benefits of each path. Until next time, dear viewers, goodbye.